How are you guys? I'm excited to be on with you guys. I have a bunch of messages. What's new? Hey, Ablalite Alchemist. Shout out to the alchemist in the building. Angel Gang Gang. Hey, Gina. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Robin. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyways, so we're just going to get right into it. We're going to pull cards and see what the divine wants to bring our attention to, but I do have a couple of downloads like usual that I just want to go through first, okay? As you can see, there was a bunch of different energies in the title. I did my best to fit in as much as possible, but we're going to get right into it, okay? So the first message, this loyal stranger, okay? Which could be actually quite triggering to many of you. So I'm tapping into this loyal stranger energy where I feel like some of you guys are going to struggle to believe that somebody's offering you loyalty off of hop. So this goes into this energy and this message surrounding being willing to receive. So coming out of this transactional energy where your loyalty is offered to you because of what you've done for somebody. Instead of somebody coming to you that is naturally loyal and they offer loyalty, and until they feel like loyalty is not reciprocated or is deserved by somebody. And this could be quite triggering because a lot of you guys have trust issues, okay? And your trust issues are going to be triggered when somebody that you just meet, okay, so you just met this person, you were just introduced to them, you just came in some kind of contact or dealings with them, and they're offering you loyalty. For some of you, you guys went, like, you've started in new workplaces and stuff, and you went through some really toxic ass shit in, for some of you, like your old employment, like wherever you worked, your old workplace was super toxic. And you could have been betrayed by a coworker, somebody that you trusted in the workplace, maybe with your personal information. Thank you, Luke. Maybe with your personal information, maybe with trusting them to do their part of the work, or maybe I'm tapping into some of you guys that asked somebody to do something for you, and instead of doing it for you, they threw you under the bus and said collective didn't do this, making it look like you weren't willing to do your job. Like, for example, if you asked somebody to take a shift for you and they told you, yes, I'll take that shift, but instead they just abandoned the shift. Now it makes you look like you just kind of abandoned your shift when you went to lengths to get that shift covered. So either way, it could be in the workplace. So this is somebody who's offering you loyalty and camaraderie and is being really friendly to you. But I feel like you're struggling to understand that it's not personal, in the sense of they're not doing this because they think you're special or because they think they can get something from you. It's because they feel that's just who they are. Okay, that's how they show up. That's how they offer themselves to people. And that can be really triggering if it's in the romantic space, because some of you guys are going to start a romantic connection with somebody who offered you some kind of loyalty and support, and they didn't know you. And now you're getting to know this person and you're realizing this is really who they are, and you're feeling romantic feelings towards them, or they're feeling this way to you. But when you initially met, there wasn't a romantic connection per se, but there was some kind of display of loyalty and support. And you could have found it really hard to believe, like, oh, they must have ulterior motives. Oh, they must want something from me. You could have tried to give them money and they're like, I wasn't doing this for money. I'm doing this because this is just how I stay. Somebody could have had your back and you don't know this person really well, and all of a sudden they stood up for you and they were in your corner, and you're like, who's this loyal stranger? Who's this person who's just riding for me and supporting me, and I don't know them? I feel like this person has a lot of morals and values. They stand up for what is right, so they're not going to just stand up for what is right with somebody who they care about. They're going to stand up for what is right and be loyal because that's who they are, and they stand behind what they believe is the right thing to do. If they see somebody being mistreated, they're going to be loyal and in their corner. And it's somebody who has a lot of integrity. They're showing up in the energy as the loyal dog, which is what I put in the thumbnail. Okay. Some of you guys may end up embarking into a romantic connection with them. Some of you won't. You'll end up having a friendship. For some of you, it's just this interaction where you'll always just remember this person who helped you out and was loyal to you. And that might have you think really differently about the people that you are in relationships with, that you do call friends, that you do call romantic partners, that don't offer you the same loyalty that this stranger did. And it kind of puts things in perspective. And you're like, what am I being loyal to? What am I riding for when I don't I'm getting more loyalty from a stranger than I am from the people that I've known for my whole life. I am that loyal stranger. Aw, I love that. Hey, Sistren. I absolutely love that. Check out 3 Degrees of Love Divination. She has a channel as well. Thank you for coming to the last Angel Gang event. It was such a pleasure to meet you. But anyways, so this loyal stranger is coming in really, really strong. Then there's this energy of you've been missed. So for some of you guys, somebody has missed you quite a bit. This could be a group of people. Some of you guys have been estranged from your family for several years. These people miss you. You might think that they don't care about you. They might not be able to get in contact with you. They might not think you're open and receptive to communication, which is why they don't reach out to you, even if they do have your contact information. You could have blocked these people. This could be, of course, it could be a past lover. These could be old friends that you kind of separated from or were estranged from, but you're being missed by somebody. Somebody really misses you, is going to be really happy to see you. For some of you, this is somebody you miss and you don't realize, or you are afraid that it's not mutual, but it really is. So you could have been thinking about somebody and just kind of missing their energy and not realizing that they miss you too, even if they're not taking any steps to kind of reconnect with you. But there's this kind of longing and this really sweet, tender energy about, it's very pure. What I'm tapping into is really pure, because there's an unpure energy surrounding this you've been missed. Okay. And the energy that is less pure is this somebody trying, and it ties into the loyal stranger energy too, but it's the shadow aspect of it. So there's somebody who is willing to help you or is offering help to you because it helps them. So this isn't just, I'm offering this support because I know this person needs it. If there wasn't something to gain for this person would not help you. So some of you guys are going to realize that, and you might still take the help and just take it as being transactional and being like, all right, you want to help me and this is what you want in return. Fine, you'll get that. I need this help. We're going to keep this a transactional exchange. But for some of you, if you're under the pretense of this person loves me and cares about me and that's why they're helping me or offering their support, for some of you, that's not the case. They're only offering you support because of what they feel like they get in return. So really the help that they're offering you is just helping themselves. So it's not personal to you. There's like self-serving interest in the support and the help that they're giving you, which is very contradictory to the loyal stranger who is willing to help you, doesn't know what they can get in return, doesn't know you have money, doesn't know that you're loyal, doesn't know that you're all these things that, and can pour into them and give them all these things. You know, they have no clue, but they're here offering you loyalty and support. Right? So the opposite of that energy is somebody who is offering you help, but with this very self-serving undertone, right? Where they're like, I know I'm going to get this, so this is why I'm going to be available and show up as being loyal. But that isn't really loyalty, right? Because if they can't get what they think they're going to get from you, then whatever help and support that they're giving you will be gone. All of a sudden, they're not willing to help you. All of a sudden, they're not there by your side. All of a sudden, they don't give a fuck about you. And it's because what they were doing for you was actually very transactional. Energetically, they were feeling like, oh, I'm going to get this in return. And it's not that you don't want equal reciprocity in relationships. I'm just talking about intention. Like the loyal stranger wasn't expecting anything in return. When they went and helped you, supported you, like some of you, it could have been a fucking, you're on the side of the road with a fucking flat tire and you have a stranger who comes and literally is there with you in the whole process, waits for you until a tow truck comes, asks you if you need a drive, and then literally is willing to drop you off and go about their business. They don't have any sinister alter motives. They don't want anything. They don't want money. They're just really looking to support you, and that's how they are. They're the loyal dog. That's their personality. Right? So just be really mindful of that, because some of you guys might misinterpret either or. You might misinterpret the loyal stranger as being, oh, they have ulterior motives. They're going to fucking try to do me or rob me or do something to me, and they don't have that intention. Right? And then for some of you, you might think that the person who is helping you is really loyal to you, when really, if they weren't getting the money or the sex or the attention or the access or whatever it is that they're getting from you, they would be gone and they wouldn't offer you any support, and they would let you die at the side of the road. Okay? So you guys have to use your discernment with that, but that's okay, because Angel Gang has been working to build up on their discernment skills and is good at that. All right? Then there's this other message, okay? Your patient pays off. Let's just go through that really quick. So for some of you guys, you were offered something and it really wasn't what you fully wanted. It had aspects of what you wanted. So obviously there would have had to been some kind of pull. So if somebody sent you an offer, let's say it's a job offer, for example, you look at the contract. It has the work-life balance, so you're able to work from home, but it doesn't have the salary and it doesn't have the vacation time that you want. But it has the title and it has the work from home function that you want. So yes, it has some of what you want, but it doesn't have all of it, right? Your poverty consciousness will get you to be impatient and take that opportunity, even though you know that in a short period of time, this isn't going to be good enough, or you're going to have to fight to get the rest of what it is you want at a later date. But for some of you, you declined an offer, even if it's not job related and it's romantic related. This is somebody who was really attractive. You might have had a good sexual connection, but they weren't emotionally available to you. Okay, they weren't available to you in all the ways you wanted. They were just available to you in some of the ways that you wanted. Your poverty consciousness would have got you to be impatient. Your obsession over time and your deep desire to have needs fulfilled that you can't fulfill within yourself are getting you to take an offer, consider an offer that doesn't actually give you everything you want. But your patience would get you to actually decline an offer with trust and faith that your patience will pay off and you will get what you want. Some of you guys, you've already done this and your patience is paying off now, meaning you are getting offers, whether career, whether in love, whether in platonic friendships, you are getting what it is you want, but you have to remember what brought this in, and it's the virtue of patience. You chose to be patient and wait for what it is you want instead of taking the low-hanging fruit and whatever was available to you. So you've got low-hanging fruit that's half rotten, but you're hungry and you're going to eat that and get sick, instead of being patient and allowing the fruit that is better suited for you to fall off of the tree or hang at least a little lower that you can get a stick and pull it off. I don't know if that's a great example, but I think you get the point of what I'm trying to say, is that for some of you, your patience will pay off when you actually decline what isn't good enough for you, because you love yourself, you value yourself, and you know what it is that you want, and you actually have faith. Remember, your desires and your belief have to be in alignment for you to really manifest. You have to believe what it is that you have to have faith, and you have to believe in it before you see it, so that you can believe in what you actually see, right? So your patience is going to allow you to do that, because sometimes your impatience is going to get you to look past that. Your lack of faith is going to get you to settle for less than. And I'm tapping into those of you whose patience is paying off because you let go of what wasn't for you. You didn't opt into opportunities and offers that were lackluster and didn't have everything that you want, that you've been working so hard to achieve, which would actually make you unavailable for what it is you want. So now when that offer comes in, you can't, because you're in a relationship, or it's not that you can't, but it's going to be a lot harder now to realign to what it is that now comes in, because you're unavailable. There's an unavailable energy here that is coming into the collective, whether it's you collective that's unavailable, for what it is you want or to love or to receive, or this is other people who are unavailable, but you're trying to convince yourself that what availability they do give you is enough when really, quite frankly, it's not. Okay? So, yes, for those of you whose patience is paying off and you are finally manifesting what it is, that with all of the trinkets, remember the deli counter, with everything, all the fixings, you might have had to wait a little longer for them to toast the sandwich and put all of the toppings on it and to, do all of that. But now you have the sandwich you want instead of a lackluster sub that isn't toasted, doesn't have all the jalapeno and the sriracha sauce that you want, and just has the turkey, lettuce, and mayo. You know what I mean? That you were willing to settle for just because you were hungry, i.e., you had desires that needed to be filled. Okay? Yes, don't miss your blessings, if I read that right. Yes, don't miss your blessings. Okay, so there's that. Now there's another download, okay? This one's a little deeper. As you guys know, I be doing the personal readings. For those of you that want a personal reading, I only offer them via Patreon Oracle membership. And the Oracle membership will give you all access to Discord, all of the content, but will also give you a 50-minute reading for the month. And there's been this common theme. And mind you, I've been working through this in my own spiritual ascension journey and development, but I just feel like I just want to touch on this because it's very, very important, because some of you guys are trying to move forward and you're wondering why you are not able to, and it's because you are leaving a part of you behind. Okay? Whether this part of you is refusing to be left behind, like your shadow will refuse to be left behind. Your higher self will refuse to be left behind. Okay? Even your masculine and feminine can refuse it, meaning like you'll feel its pull, right? It will be active. It will do things to sabotage you so that you realize you cannot move forward without these pivotal parts of your soul that help you and equip you moving forward in your dreams, goals, aspirations, wish fulfillment. A lot of you guys want fulfillment, but you aren't fulfilled within because you've left certain parts of you behind. You need all aspects of you. And I had a beautiful personal reading with the sister today. Obviously, I won't share the nature of the reading because all your readings are confidential. But long and short, we did a lot of inner child work. Okay? And some of you guys are really willing to move forward in your life without your inner child. And your inner child is stuck in a basement, stuck in a room, stuck in a living room, stuck somewhere, waiting for you to come and get him or her. So the abandonment that you experienced as a child, for those of you that have abandonment issues, are being perpetuated by you because you're literally willing to move forward in your life without your own inner child. You're trying to go and face the unknown, which is considered darkness, without your inner shadow. That's crazy. Without your higher self, which is your light. That's nuts. You're trying to embark in certain things without your intuition. You're trying to go and build shit without your inner masculine energy. You're trying to nurture and develop relationships and move forward in romantic connections and parenthood without your inner feminine energy. You're going to struggle. You are going to struggle. You're going to feel like what you want isn't achievable. And it's not because you don't deserve it. It's not because it's not for you. It's because you're not equipped, because you're leaving a part of you behind that is extremely wounded, and you're not willing to face the wounding and the pain that part of your soul carries. Do you understand? This is very, very important. You guys have done a lot of soul integration. There is one part of your soul right now that you have abandoned and left behind, and it is an integral part of whatever it is you're trying to achieve moving forward. Many of you guys want to be parents. How the fuck are you going to do that without your inner child, without your feminine energy? How are you going to nurture the relationships, your children, your partner? You want to be a healer, but you've abandoned your higher self. You've abandoned your shadow, which is the part of you that's going to show you where everybody's wounded and where your healing applies. So you've got your higher self that's in light worker mode, like where I'm ready to go and help and support and heal people, but you don't have your inner shadow, right? That's going to show you where other people's wounds are, even if they can't tell you. It's like going to a doctor. You say you have a wound, you say you don't feel well, but you don't know what's causing it. The inner shadow is going to help identify where the darkness, where the wounding, and where the pain is, so that your higher self can apply all the healing, love, and light to that wound so that there can be healing. You guys don't even do it to yourself. You guys go out in the world and offer everybody the healing that it is you aren't willing to give to yourself. So you'll go and support everybody else's shadow, but then you leave your shadow there and you gaslight yourself into believing that you don't have any issues and that you've healed when you are living with chronic pain. And it's emotional and mental pain that is manifesting in the physical. Because all of your physical ailments are linked to something mental and emotional. There's a toxic energy inside of you that is corroding you, and all of your physical ailments are a reflection of that. Okay? So please understand, you need all parts of your soul to do all of the great, amazing, powerful, impactful things that you guys are destined and fated to do. Because some of you guys are struggling, you're experiencing pushback, you're not able to move forward, and you're like, well, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not meant to do this, maybe I'm not meant to have a family, maybe I'm not meant to be in a loving relationship, maybe I'm not meant to, all of this shit, and none of that's true. Because if you weren't meant to, you wouldn't want it. You guys could want anything under the sun. Why do you want what it is you want? Because it's yours. Unless you watch somebody else and you just want what you think makes somebody happy and you don't know what makes you happy, that's different, because a whole bunch of people are trying to seek things out that they see other people enjoying. It's like seeing somebody be fulfilled having children and seeing how happy they are and not really asking yourself if that's what you want. And then you go have children and you realize that isn't something that you wanted. Do you understand? No, I didn't say that right. I didn't say that right. Let me retract that. Not having children and then feeling sad about that. And not realizing that that wasn't what you wanted. That wasn't how you were going to gain fulfillment. That's how you saw other people gain fulfillment. Okay? So let me try to say that again. All right? Using the example of motherhood. Okay? And I say this because what is for you is for you. And what you want is yours. You could want anything, but you want what is for you, what you can have. You don't want things you cannot have. You don't. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Okay? But anyways, we're going to move on from that. I think we got the downloads out. I think that makes sense. We're 22 minutes in. Holy shit. For all of you guys that are here, please like the video so it circulates to the rest of the gang and they know that we're on. And yeah, we're going to get into it. I'll do the commercial break just quickly while we're here because we're going to pray and pull cards, okay? But just before we do that, I wanted to show you guys the Smudge kit. So the starter kit is back in stock, okay? And the starter kit comes with a small jar of green hajari. It comes with a gold burner, okay? And then it comes with the instructions on how to smudge, okay? Because it's a little bit different. You light the coal. It's very simple to do, but a lot of people aren't accustomed to burning incense this way. This is the original way before the little incense sticks and all of that, even though incense sticks are fine, but this is a very pure organic way, minus the actual charcoal. Charcoal isn't organic, but just taking raw resin and putting it on a charcoal and smudging out your house. I smudge out my colds. If I'm ever feeling sick, I'll smudge out my whole face. I drink the resin. But anyways, guys, this is the starter kits and they are back in stock, okay? With the green hajari this time. And the 3 sessions for the retreat are open and available for registration, guys. I'm preparing to go down to Jamaica very, very soon. And I'm looking forward. I have a lot of stuff I've got to do in Jamaica, but I'm looking forward to getting the retreat season up and running. And as I told you guys, we're doing a bunch of things. We go to 4 different parishes. It is a spiritual retreat, but all your accommodations are covered, right? So everything but liquor and your flight. But once you land on the island, We pick you up, and until the retreat is over, we drop you off, and we deal with everything, your 3 meals a day, your room, all of your excursions, and your ganja. Okay? And as I told you guys, I'm over on Patreon. But anyways, let's get into the prayer and get into the rest of these messages, okay? Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective, all the messages that are in our greatest good, surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you, so glory be to the Most High, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so let's just see what else the Divine wants to bring our attention to. We'll probably elaborate a little bit more and better understand the downloads that we channeled together, but I just think there's some other things that the Divine wants to bring our attention to. There's just a lot going on in the ethers energetically right now. People are going through a lot. It's intense energy for good and for bad. Some of you guys are going to realize why tower moments had to happen, because your patience is going to show you why the tower moment was necessary, and your patience being also your faith. Faith and patience are very much in alignment. I don't know how you can have patience if you don't have faith. Many of you guys struggle to have faith because patience, because you lack faith. I have to see it to believe it. I have to see it to believe it, instead of letting your faith establish trust with the Divine, which is really what I believe patience is. Patience is trust in the Divine. And you can't have trust in the Divine if you don't have faith. Anyways, let's see. What does the Divine want to bring our attention to? Some of you guys are really trying to leave your own inner child behind. Thank you for the donation, sister. Some of you guys are really trying to go and pursue all of your dreams, aspirations, without the most beautiful part of your soul, the most creative part of your soul, without your imagination. The inner child's fearless, or was. Some of you guys really need to go back and get him or her. Your inner child's still in that room. Your inner child's still in that basement. Your inner child's still sitting out at the school waiting for somebody to pick them up because you were forgotten there. Still waiting to pick you up from the babysitter. Still waiting for somebody to pick them up from your grandmother's or your grandpa's house, or your whoever you were left at. Some of you got to go get your inner child, man. You guys are out here trying to, save everybody else's children, whether it's your own children or other children, and your own inner child sitting there going, what about me? Your own inner child sitting there patiently waiting, knowing that there has to be a day where someone will come and get them. Hey, Auntie Lorna. I feel like you're angel, like an auntie to Angel Gang. You just been here forever. I love you. Thank you for your donation. Your inner child isn't yelling at you, isn't having a fit, is just sitting there waiting patiently for you to acknowledge him or her, for you to tell him or her you'll be okay, to bring him or her along. Then you've got the Knight of Coins. Yeah, this is hard work and dedication. Look at, you're off, you're busy, you're ready to go, and you kind of stop because you realize you forgot something. Somebody could feel this way about you. They move forward from you and they abandon you, and it triggered your own inner child wounds and got you to look in at your own inner child and do for your inner child what you were hoping other people did for him or her but never did. But for some of you, this is somebody else who feels like they can't go any further without you. Somebody feels like they have to go back for you. This could be your parents. This could be a lover. Could be a friend. Somebody's realizing all the hard work and dedication that they did to build the life that they wanted was really for the inner child. The part of them they abandoned. What's all of it for? If you don't have your inner child there to bask and feel all the healing, you literally became everything your inner child ever needed you to be, but your inner child doesn't get to reap the benefits of it. Everybody else does, though. Everybody else gets to feel secure and supported and saved and rescued, and you're the hero to everybody else, but your inner child's like, your inner child ain't waiting for nobody. Not your parents, not a lover, not nobody. Your inner child just stays steady waiting for you, you know. Some of your inner child is hiding under a bed, terrified. Because your inner child has been exposed to some of the worst evils that this planet ever has to offer, and is absolutely terrified, wondering if anyone's ever going to help him or her. But the only person that this inner child is looking to and has any hope in saving them is you. Because this inner child, your inner child has been let down by everyone else, because everybody else, nobody else was meant to save your inner child but you. Some of you guys are on a more like physical, like that was a lot of soul work and ascension work, but like in the actual physical, this could be like a father that has like this could be a child who's about this old, and this father is going back, could have abandoned this child. And if this father did abandon this child, it was because of his own inner child issues, his own lack of worth with regards to being a father, his own shame and guilt that he lived with before this child was even born, perpetuating the trauma he had been through because he didn't know how to heal this trauma of abandonment. It's like hurt people, abandon people. But I feel like this masculine is stopping the journey moving forward. Now all of a sudden making money, getting that house, doing these ventures, building all this shit, it doesn't matter. This masculine is going back for his child. So some of you guys could have been estranged. If you're a mother, this could be your baby father coming back into the picture. And it could trigger up a lot of resentment that you have because you too felt abandoned, because you too have an inner child that felt abandoned and was triggered when this masculine triggered abandoned your child. Okay? But this masculine is trying to do right and realizing I'm hearing this masculine saying, I can't move forward anymore without my baby. This masculine is being haunted by his own child, dreaming about him or her, thinking about him and her all the time, becoming very emotional because of the separation, is tapping into this child. This child could be going through a lot right now. This masculine feels it, even if this masculine isn't in this child's life. For some of you, this is like, some of you guys are getting support with some kind of education. It could be like a tutor, extra, like it's like extra schooling. It could be summer school. It could be a tutor, regardless of what kind of school you're doing. It could be like even like this loyal stranger could be somebody who's going to help you with your schooling, and you end up bonding, you're in the same class, and, this person wants to help you because you're struggling, and now all of a sudden you're chilling and spending all this time together, connecting, whether platonically or romantically. This could be taking some kind of lessons. So like swimming lessons, horseback riding lessons, martial art lessons. Some of you guys are seeing a personal trainer for the gym or want to do personal training for the gym. Something like that. Some of you guys are training because you're in a new job. So you're in that like orientation stage. So you're putting in a lot of hard work to learn something new. Some of you guys are in therapy at this time to talk about some child issues. Some of you guys are co-parenting and are trying to co-parent by kind of discussing things from the past. Why you feel an issue, or why there's an issue with you being open to co-parenting. So instead of just locking it off and refusing to co-parent, you are being open to discussing why you feel like co-parenting is impossible, or why you're not comfortable with co-parenting, or what your issues are in the co-parenting dynamic. Okay, but let's keep going. Wow, the 10 of Swords. I honestly feel like, collective, you get to the root. So it's like having a wound that's all infected. This is it finally being cleared out. It fucking hurt. It's like when you, like some of you guys actually got into a motorcycle accident, but it's like pulling out all the gravel. Like, so if you slide on gravel and you have all this gravel in your wound, this is finally getting the last piece of gravel out so that healing can actually occur. Before, you weren't healing, you were cleaning. Cleaning is what allows the healing to take place. You already know you have to clean the wound in order for it to heal properly. Some of you guys were trying to heal without cleaning it, and the wound just kept busting open, pus. You know, it was never healing. It always hurt. It always got infected. It's because it wasn't cleaned first. This is the end of the cleaning. That's what I got from this. Even though this is an old ass ancient fucking ritual that's supposed to be like an offering to the gods and things like that. But I as I tell you guys before, I did this whole thing on Patreon about this. And I think I might have discussed it in the last reading. So this here is somebody offering the blood, sweat, and tears of somebody else to the gods so that they can get fortune and blessings from the universe, instead of using their own blood, sweat, and tears. So these are the sacrifices that people think is folklore and isn't happening. But a lot of these big, powerful people, they are making sacrifices to ancient demonic archons. Okay? And they are sacrificing the blood, sweat, and tears of other people to gain what it is that they want. Even on a micro level, how many times do people sacrifice the blood, sweat, and tears of another to get what it is they want, instead of putting their own blood, sweat, and tears? Remember, we pulled in the oracle deck of the last reading, the thief. The thief is going to sacrifice the blood, sweat, and tears of somebody else, the hard work that somebody puts in for their gain, because they aren't willing to put their own blood, sweat, and tears as an offering for what it is that they want. Okay? So if I was you, I would get your own blood, sweat, and tears from your own hard work, your own dedication, your own mistakes, your own little wounds, your little cuts, and whatever the case is, to get what it is that you want. Okay? Thank you, Samsung. Hey, Dangy. Bless you too. Hey, Claire. Hey, Eduardo. Oh, I had a friend in like when I was about this old in elementary school, I had a friend named Eduardo. He got teased a lot, and I just know Eduardo's living his best life right now. He was so smart. He was so fucking smart, and he was really strong. I used to get teased too, but I took it so personal, and I took it to heart, and it really fucked with me. Eduardo would get teased, and he would just let it roll off of his shoulders. I'm sure it really hurt him and shit, but he was just so strong. Anyways, I just see great things for Eduardo. When I saw your name, I just channeled him. You're doing good. Thanks, Bryce. Oh, yeah, eh? We've got the Five of Swords here. This is somebody who is, instead of letting something go and acknowledging their own pain and heartbreak, they're trying to hurt somebody in the way they've been hurt. Instead of communicating what they feel, they want somebody to feel how it is they feel. So for some of you, you could have like taken an opportunity away from somebody to work with you, to be with you, to do something with you. And now they want to try to take something away from you. But the problem is what they're trying to take away from you is yours. What you told them they couldn't have is also yours. Do you understand? So this person is going to bring really bad karma to themselves. If you take your love away from somebody, that's your love. And now they're trying to hurt you and make you feel like you're not loved or that you can't give love. It's not like they're taking their love away. Okay, well, you want to take your love away. Well, I'm going to take my love away. It's not, you're going to pull back. I'm going to pull back. That's not this energy. This energy is, oh, you're going to pull back. That hurt me. So now I'm going to hurt you. I'm actually going to advance you. I'm not going to pull back my energy. I'm actually going to give you the worst energy I possibly have to give so that you feel the way I feel when you pulled back your energy. It's like trying to punish somebody. The only person who's going to end up bearing the consequence of this is this person. I just want to make that clear. If you feel like somebody's trying to punish you for the decisions that you made to love yourself and to Romeo! Oh my gosh, that's my bruv in the Bumba Clat live. Shout out to Romeo Snow. Anybody coming on the retreats is going to meet my brother. Yes. Sila. Okay. But yeah, this is somebody trying to punish somebody. And I just don't see that working very well. Okay? But then we've got the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who's on like this is somebody who abruptly comes out of a really this is the energy of feeling. So some of you guys, this is what you've been dealing with. Okay? When you meet a loyal stranger. You see? You're in this energy of having to defend and protect yourself from really fucked up people. But the way it came out, it was like this. So what are you looking at? I'm going to pull a card to see. But whatever you're looking at, from what I'm getting, doesn't require this reaction. This could have required this reaction where you have to defend yourself and say, that's inappropriate. I'm not going to take that. Stop doing that. You know what I mean? Defending yourself some kind of way, creating boundaries against somebody who's very toxic and trying to punish you. I feel like this is somebody you tried to pull your energy back from, but is still choosing to come for you. So now you have to turn around and be like, what the fuck did I tell you? Okay, leave me alone. Stop playing with me. It's like, this is a very defensive energy, but the way it came out was like this. So you've already overcome this. So let's see what you're looking at, what this Knight of Swords is looking at. Aw, look what the Knight of Swords is looking at. Strength. So for some of you, this is romantic. Some of you guys were not even thinking or focused on romance in any type of way. And you set your eyes on this beautiful soul, this kind, generous, loyal person. Okay, just because they don't have a sword and they're not going and fighting everybody, it doesn't take away from their strength. This is somebody who stands very strong, very independent, very sure of themselves, very confident, has overcome a lot of fucking bullshit, eh? And this is somebody seeing this. That's why this horse is stopping. The horse is like stopping and this person is drawn back. Like that's what it explains when you read the definition of this. This person is like hacking away and then stops and sees something beautiful and then like just stops midair and realizes like, wow, that's a beautiful sight, and their energy changes completely. So I feel like There's something that abruptly gets you out of this very defensive energy, because what you're now looking at is very different than what you were looking at. What you are now being asked to deal with and come into union with is very different than what you are dealing with and asked to come out of union with. This is very troublesome energy. This is betrayal. This is lack of loyalty. This is a very punishing. It's a very dark energy, honestly. But this is not, that's behind you. This is in front of you. There's no need for all of this armor and this sword and this raw energy. There's no need for this. Not in front of you. Yes, behind you. I do not doubt what you guys had to overcome and the bullshit you had to fucking deal with and fight through. Okay? But what's in front of you is not that energy. You have to be willing to adapt. That's what I'm gathering, collective. There's something that's in front of you that's going to ask you to adapt from the energy that you just came out of. And it's a very defensive energy from dealing with some bullshit, essentially. So it's like the loyal stranger. This is the loyal stranger. And you just came from a bunch of people who weren't strangers that you expected and hoped were loyal to you and were not. And now you're on the defense. And there's a loyal stranger who has no intentions of doing this to you, because that's not who they are. They have boundaries. They ain't down for the bullshit, but this is not who they are. If you want to pull back your energy, they're going to let you. You don't want to work together anymore. Okay, that's fine. They're not going to punish you and make you feel just as hurt as you made them feel. They're not going to do that to you. This is somebody who's willing to offer you loyalty because they're a loyal person, not out of a transactional basis. Well, I'm going to be loyal because this is what I think I'm getting out of the situation. No, I'm loyal because this is who I am, until you put me in a position to feel like I have to be more loyal to myself than I have to be to you. But I'm going to be loyal, period. Whether it's to you, to myself, this is a loyal person regardless. And strength is Leo energy. Leo is always depicted as the lion, and it also represents loyalty. Okay? But let's see what else. Then we've got the Page of Wands. In this deck in particular, this speaks of having to let go and let God. So this could be some kind of communication that you're expressing, and you're going to let go and let God. You don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know what what's going to come of it. You've kind of released your expectations, and you're doing what you're divinely guided to do, and it's take a particular action or communicate something. So if this is in the workplace, this could be communicating something, and you know that there's a chance you might lose your job, but you know that you are feeling divinely guided to communicate or ask for what it is you want or stand up to some kind of injustice. So you're going to communicate this and let go and let God. This is also the energy of not being afraid of the Tower, knowing that it's divinely guided. Some of you got really sabotaged by somebody. Oh, wow. And then the devil. Somebody is really fucking, so this is why, the reason why this is coming in is because this is an energy you're currently dealing with, or that you dealt with in the past. And the reason why it's showing up is because this energy has you not in an energetic, so you want this. You want loyalty, you want dependability, you want people you can trust, you want people willing to invest in you and be open to and value your investment into them. And here it is in front of you, but because of what you've been through, your energy is still in a position to deal with this. But this is behind you. Do you see what I'm trying to say about what the divine's trying to communicate? Like, you have a lot to look forward to in front of you. What you want, wish fulfillment is in front of you, but you are still in the energy as if you are anticipating this being in front of you, not this. There's like a softness in front of you, collective. There's like a tenderness that's required of you, collective, an openness that's required of you. But because of what you just went through, I see you being the opposite. And it's fine, because I do feel like you adjust. I do feel like you guys adjust. The Fool. Yeah, it's a leap of faith though. You feel like it's so for example, the loyal stranger energy, you feel like it's a risk. Like you have to take a leap of faith to trust this person. And this is somebody who is presenting in a very selfless way. They're being very loving, but they're very strong. So this loyal stranger is not gonna love you at the expense of them. but they are going to love you because they have the capacity to. They're able to reflect the love they give of self to other people in a beautiful way, instead of giving love to people that is a reflection of what they don't give to themselves, which is going to get transactional. Okay? If anybody is loving you at the expense of themselves, they are going to expect something in return, and possibly punish you if they don't get that. Remember what I told you about somebody who's offering you help because it helps themselves, not offering you help because they think you need it and they want to do something good for somebody. You understand? They're only helping you because they expect something in return. They think their help of you has self-interest, meaning I'm going to benefit from this. And if they weren't going to benefit from this, they wouldn't help you at the side of the road. So it's like your tires bust at the side of the road, and somebody sees somebody really hot, you know? You see a sexy guy or a sexy girl on the side of the road with a bust tire, and the only reason why you're helping her with the tire is because they're attractive. But as soon as they tell you, oh, I'm in a relationship, you leave them at the side of the road and you're not willing to help them anymore, and you're all frustrated by that. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, there wasn't pure intentions with that support. That person wanted something. And they took advantage of that person's vulnerability to get it. Okay? Oh, we got this. I just love how this person who says shut up comes and creates these other, like, this is somebody who's so obsessed with my energy. And I know why. I have an amazing energy vibration. Okay? This is somebody very mentally ill, but they're now showing up as very obsessed. Okay? Very, very obsessed. It's all right. I totally get it. Carrying on. They must have made 5 or 6 different profiles just so they can come on my shit and say shut up. But they can't stop watching. And my inner shadow will haunt people, eh? Like, if you play with me, my inner shadow will fucking haunt you. I'm just warning you. Oh, another one. Another one. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, Kilbin, another one. Oh. Look at them on here projecting everything that somebody, see, they're telling me to shut up, but this is all other people tell them to do all the time. Tell them to shut the fuck up because they ain't got nothing valuable to say. You know? Don't engage with them. You're right. Okay. You must be on point. Yeah. No, I'm not a robot. I'm just happy they're showing themselves here so I can block them here. Hey, Shamika. I'm just blocking some trolls. Hey, King Slime. Love you too, Eleanor. Hey, Stacy. Hey, I hate winter. You kind of look like Tiffany. Your energy is so high they can't resist you. Oh my God. A robot's asking me if I'm a robot. That's how you know the fucking AI is taking over. How is AI going to be asking human beings if we're robots? It's like, it's so annoying. All right. I'm a Republican Christian. They'll be back. Just let them watch. All right, let's keep going though. Claire, they gonna get what they do. Oh, and for those of you guys who've been shouting me out and mentioning me and shit on Instagram, I'm sorry if I didn't catch your mentions. I just haven't been super active on there. I've just been I have to take these social media breaks and stuff, and it can just get a lot with all the comments and the messages. You know, I have several different platforms and multiple emails and 2 phone numbers, and it's a lot. It can get a lot for me, and I can just get a little bit overwhelmed. So, but I appreciate all of you guys that shout me out, shout out the channel, show your support, positively engage, like, share, subscribe, donate, everything. I just appreciate you guys, okay? I need to take a break myself. Yes, I totally get that energy. What's your ethnicity? I'm Jamaican and Italian, born in Canada, East Side. Thanks for taking time for yourself. Don't even go there. Can you shout me out, bro? Shout you out for what? Shout yourself out. You see how codependent people are? Shout yourself out. You're in the comment section. Shout yourself out. Talk about what it is that anybody would want to hear you shout out for. Like, guys, don't be so codependent. Anyways, we got the Two of Wands. All right. And as you can see in the Two of Wands picture, the Two of Wands can speak of like a new path that has presented itself to you. So this could be quite exciting, but it could also be quite triggering because you're really going to have to trust yourself and overcome any fears. You see how the last card we pulled out was the Fool, and then we have the Two of Wands. This is about taking a leap of faith to go down a different path than you have been on, or to take a leap of faith to not take another option to leave the path because the path you're on feels like it's not manifesting what it is you want. But your guides, ancestors, and guardian angels are saying, trust, be patient. What you want is on this path. But then there's another path that right at the front of it has a little bit of wish fulfillment, but you take that little bit of wish fulfillment and you go down it, and then there's nothing else. That's as good as it's going to get for you. I feel like some of you have to have faith about the path that you're on and everything that you've invested, your long-term goals and plans. Don't abandon them because you're not seeing certain things manifest right now. You have to trust that your blood, sweat, and tears that you sacrificed of yourself and not another is an offering that will pay off. The universe will mirror back to you, and you will harvest. Right? There's a lot of harvest energy right now. There's a lot of things manifesting just collectively. Like, this is not even just specific to a zodiac sign or a particular person. There's a lot that can be reaped right now if you are in alignment to do so. And because of that, anytime there's a lot of harvest energy for people who are working hard, putting their blood, sweat, and tears, getting returns on their investment, theft is going to be very high. Sabotage is going to be very high. You're going to have a bunch of people that want to sacrifice you and all the hard work and dedication that you've put in and everything so that they can have what you manifested, because they can't manifest on their own. This motherfucker has a beating heart inside their chest. Why is he taking another man and taking out his heart and then offering it to the divine like the divine can't see? Bro, that's not your heart. If you wanted to offer up a heart, you should have offered up your own, fool. But this person's heartless, so this person doesn't have any heart to offer. So this person has to go and cut open somebody else's chest, take their heart, and then offer it up to the divine. Do you see that? You see that? That's not your heart. That's not anything to do with you. As if the divine's going to look and be like, look it, good job, thank you. No, like all of the abundance you have was nothing you manifested. It was things that other people manifested and you fucking stole. So don't be looking at people and thinking, wow, they're so abundant. Like, be careful. A lot of people, the abundance they have is from what they stole. And it's just a matter of time before the devil, which is in this spread, is going to come and collect off them. Look at the devil being like, it's time to collect. Guess who the devil's going to collect on? This fool. You thought it was the devil that made this motherfucker do this. No, no, no. No, no, no. The devil is coming to collect on the fool who did this. The devil was the one showing everybody you have your own fucking evil, because everybody blames the devil for all the bad things that happen, but the devil's out here showing us how fucking evil we are and how evil we've been. You understand? So now the devil's coming to collect on these fools. Done, done, done. Because this offering, this wasn't an offering. This was a sacrifice. This person sacrificed themselves when they fucking offered up what wasn't for them to offer, which is this motherfucker right here. Remember what we was talking about earlier in the reading? This person who thought they were going to punish somebody and make somebody regret their decisions to love themselves and be free. And how dare you move on without me? How dare you be happy without me? How dare you be abundant without me? So this is the negative aspect to that. You've been missed energy, because people miss you, collective. There's people who genuinely miss, love, care about you, appreciate the time that you guys have shared. And then you have people who don't miss you. They're just obsessed with your presence because your presence impacted them in ways that they can't impact themselves. So now they're all mad at you because they can't manifest abundance for themselves. They needed you. They can't feel the love vibration because it was your heart that they were pulling on. They don't have any heart. They don't have courage. They don't have heart. They don't have loyalty. They were leeching off of somebody who had all of these qualities. And then when they pulled back their energy, decided to punish them for that. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Thank you, Crown by K, for the validation. Thank you, Shes Easy You there. She's Easy You there. Thank you for the validation. Thank you guys for the offerings and the validations. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Okay. 9 of Cups. Look at the wish fulfillment the collective has because you didn't let your anger, your rage, and your pain turn you into these fools. You see? Because it wasn't the devil that convinced you that your abundance would come from this. It was Satan. You did healing. You chose a path of integrity, love. You put your own heart on the line. You didn't put other people's heart on the line. You put your own. Got the 9 of Cups collective. That's real wish fulfillment coming into you. This is wish fulfillment that comes on the path that you were patient, that you didn't abandon, that you stayed patient, you stayed the course. And here's the wish fulfillment. You weren't tricked into low-hanging fruit. You didn't let your impatience and your need to have something now, which I went on Patreon and explained the 4 different forms of ego, and we're going to read that at the end of this reading. Okay? But you didn't let your impatience get you to take some low-hanging fruit and abandon your path. Your patience literally aligns you to what it is you want. This is going to be so exciting. I was getting on Patreon celebratory energy. So this is the collective celebrating coming out of a dark period and making it on the other side. And on the other side is a lot of the things that the universe promised to you if you went through the obstacle and not around it, if you went through your pain and wounding and not around it, when you elevated your energy vibration by doing what was best for you, not loving at the expense of yourself, when you had to let go of certain connections that really hurt for you to let go, because when you pour your heart into somebody, when you love at the expense of yourself, you give your heart to somebody else, which means it makes it really hard to leave them. And it's not them that's hard to leave. It's the heart that you gave to them. It's your own heart. You're like, how can I leave this person? They're my heart. Yeah, that's the problem. You gave them your heart. Now you can't detach from them because they have one of the most valuable parts of you. Does that make sense? Thank you to everybody who's donating. Oh my God. Just clearing the garbage. There was a little garbage. There's some garbage in here. We have to clean up. We have to keep our space clean. So I just had to clean up a little bit of garbage. Hey, Kay. Hey, Richard. Hey, Steffi. Hey, Teresa. Dirty scammer. Who the fuck? Somebody literally, that can't be good. You gotta trust. You gotta accept people as they are. When people teach you who they are, you gotta believe them. And somebody else called themselves a dirty scammer. I believe you. I believe you're a dirty ass scammer. And I know why you're in this reading, because we've been talking about you for like 20 minutes. Ah, shit. Anyways, let's carry on. You got bullied today, Emily? No. I'm not over here fixing dinner plates. Seven of Swords in reverse. You see? I'm telling you right now, that's the loyal stranger. This is somebody who doesn't have these negative intentions, who isn't trying to hurt you, who has a lot of integrity, morals, and values, but is being projected on as a liar. So collective, this could be you. You are not a thief. You are not a liar, but somebody is projecting this energy on you. And guess who it probably is? The thief and the liar. It's not funny, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, somebody, there's people obsessed with you, collective. They're obsessed with your energy. And they're not trolls on the internet. These are actual people you know. Like, okay? The person who sabotaged you in the workplace and got you fired is watching you on LinkedIn and on social media, seeing like how you're doing and if you were able to like rise up, and like somebody's really obsessed with you. Somebody who cheated on you and then talked shit about you and like tried to make you jealous with another lover is watching you and trying to see like if you've moved on and if you're doing all right. Like, what is wrong with people? And then they wonder why they don't manifest their dreams, wishes, and aspirations. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, misdirection of energy to the fullest. All right, let me just keep deleting these people. Somebody's telling me I talk too much. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do on here. Listen, read the comments. Like, what am I supposed to do on here? Oh, I know what you want me to do. You want me to pose and show my ass, and you want me to fucking entertain you. But I already told you that's not what I am. I'm not here to entertain you. Are you not entertained? Mariah Carey. Thank you for keeping a safe space. I try. People are ill, absolutely. Okay, and I'm not going to laugh at that because I have worked years to overcome my own mental illness and obsessive compulsive behavior and my own bad mind. Okay, so thank you guys. I looked up my kin number. It was 15. Aw, shit. I'm kin number 119. You done know. Blue Storm. Working through some tough shit with someone. Work through it. You working through it is what's going to get you what you want. You need to work through it so you can transmute that energy, because you need that energy for whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. There's a lot of answers. There's a lot of understanding and expansion that comes from going through the tough energy. That was another message that I was getting too. Some of you guys are afraid of sharing some of the things. Thank you for the donation. Some of you guys are afraid of sharing some of the dark energies, the trials, the tribulations that you're going through, because you feel like it takes away from your spirituality, meaning like how you'll be perceived. When the fact of the matter, your spiritual ascension and development isn't to negate or take away from all your trials and tribulations, meaning you ain't going to go through no shit. Well, if you're so ascended, why are you going through this? No, it's how you overcome your challenges, your struggles that is a testament to your ascension and development. So don't be afraid to share with people what it is you're going through, the obstacles, the challenges, because when you share that and they're able to see, wow, they really overcame that, then they can maybe understand what all of your hard work and dedication surrounding your ascension and development was positioning you to do. It was positioning you to overcome certain things that people won't even try to overcome. They'll just go around, or they'll let those obstacles stop them from pursuing your dreams. So if your dreams are 20 kilometers in front of you, let's just use that as an example, but there's a huge mountain, but you're not willing to go overcome the mountain. Hold on. And you aren't willing to overcome the mountain, then you're just not going to get that dream. But if you take all of the spiritual strength that you gained, okay, and you apply it to overcoming your obstacles, well, then you're going to get that wish fulfillment. And then you have these people, okay, who are all mad and jealous about the wish fulfillment that people are getting at this time, 9 of Cups. All of the wish fulfillment that people are getting at this time, but weren't willing to overcome the trials and tribulations that they did. I don't believe anybody's lucky. I believe that you're blessed because that's what you seek. You seek to be blessed. You seek for the guidance, the blessings, the support, and the love from your ancestors, guides, and guardian angels through all of your trials, tribulations, and the hardest things that you have to go through in life. So I hope that made sense, because that was something I was tapping into, people struggling with, feeling like what they were going through meant they were not spiritual, or that they haven't come a long way, or that they fucked up somehow, or should have took another path. No, you are going to transmute a lot of those struggles and obstacles. Is how you apply the strength of your ascension journey. It's like those obstacles are a testament to how far you are really meant to go, how high you're meant to go. It's like, what's that saying? If you're not being tested, you're not being shit. There's a saying that would have wrapped that up perfectly. But anyway. Thank you, Crown by K, for the validation. Hey, Star Charlie. I'm happy it helped. Thank you, Sanem. No mud, no lotus. It's kind of those vibes. Preparation, meaning opportunity. Yeah, you guys are getting the vibes. Mariah energy. If you're not tested, you're not chosen. You guys know that I'm not. If you're not tested, you didn't choose. You guys know how I stay. Kenneth, can you read me? You can go and you can get a personal reading is what you can do. You want me to stop this entire collective reading just to read for you personally? What? No, it's rude to ask in the middle of a collective reading that's supporting, what, 959 people, for me to stop and read about your energy, which it probably won't help anyway. Like, anyways. All right, we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, I know you're going through it. Let me just calm down. I know you're going through it. There's a lot of people going through it right now, okay? And I'm doing the best I can in this collective reading to help you guys with that, okay? I don't think that's the saying, if you are tested, hold on. If you aren't tested, you definitely ain't graduating, at least, Jada. Yeah, you get the vibes. You guys get the vibes. All right, Kenneth. I gotta block Kenneth. I'm a goofy ass face, but he's asking for a reading. I'm getting it's a female, to be honest, but whatever. All right, let's carry on. They're active today, eh? A lot of mercy. Hey, Chrissy. I know, if I'm a flame, I'm gonna get pure moths, right? I either read for flames like me, shout out to Angel Gang Gang, or there's a bunch of moths. Just fucking, I actually love moths. I don't want to talk about moths that way. I love moths. I think they're beautiful. They're like a form of butterfly to me. Anyways, carrying on. So we've got the Eight of Wands and we've got the Three of Swords. Somebody might tell you something that actually really is heartbreaking. Some of you guys, if it's like a social group, or this could be family, somebody is going to tell you what somebody else said. And I think it could hurt you quite a bit, but that's what this person's intention was. Somebody feels hurt by you. Some of you, if it's like family, you could have like decided to like come out of a codependency with your family and do something that wasn't advised to you by a particular family member. Somebody could have thought you were selfish for pursuing your dreams somehow, or what it is you wanted. Some of you guys are in new relationships and you have people around you who are triggered by the lack of availability that they're used to. So they're used to you being available a lot more than you are now that you're in a relationship. Either way, I just feel like somebody comes to you and tells you what was said behind your back. So there's three people here. Somebody said something behind your back. This person goes and tells the other person. Do you see that? I think that could be very painful. On another note, what this could also be telling me as well is that somebody is trying to work through heartbreak with you. So this is somebody acknowledging your pain and saying, I understand your pain. I'm wounded like that too. And this is about working with somebody to overcome the pain that both people have. This isn't one person being heartbroken and having baggage from the past and wounding from the past. This is two people that are wounded, have Three of Swords energy, and both people are looking for a willingness. So these are like two healers that both need healing and are willing to heal each other. This is going from codependent relationship to interdependent relationship, where both people have the capacity to offer healing and both people are willing to receive the healing from the other person. But I feel like for some of you, you're in a new relationship, or this could be somebody from the past, that I miss you energy. This could be somebody who, remember the mountains? We were just talking about overcoming the obstacles and the challenges. But anyways, this is somebody who misses you, who wants to discuss the heartbreak of the past and how to overcome it in order to still have a friendship, a connection, something like that. Somebody wants to overcome the obstacle, and the obstacle in this message is heartbreak. Three of Swords. Somebody wants to discuss the past with you, collective, and I think you could be very triggered by that. Now, this is somebody talking about you. Let's see what this person is saying. Somebody's discussing. Remember what I was saying? Yeah, somebody's discussing. Somebody said something to other people that was heartbreaking. So this is either somebody talking to people about the heartbreak that they feel that's somehow surrounding you. Because in this deck, in this card in particular, this is somebody talking to other people about the asker. Collective, you're the asker. So you're not in this card, which is why I feel like somebody either feels heartbroken by you and is going to other people to discuss it, or this is somebody who said something very heartbreaking to you, meaning this would really hurt your heart if you found out what this person said about you. It's one of the two. But I feel like you're going to find that out. Communication, Eight of Wands energy. There is going to be some kind of discussion about this. Then we've got the Two of Pentacles. I don't know how you're going to feel about this. I think you're going to be juggling how to respond. Some of you guys are going to want to respond with the Five of Swords energy and make this person feel the way they made you feel. And some of you guys are going to juggle that between just leaving this behind and moving forward. Taking another path, meaning I'm not going to deal with this person anymore. I'm leaving them behind. I'm not going to try with them anymore. That's it. But I just think when you initially hear this, you're going to be juggling how you want to handle it. Hey, Queen Sassy. Hey, Urilla. Who's okay? I'm great. Hi, Sophie, Camilla. Both are difficult, but still growth for the soul. Absolutely. Resonates so deeply, working through it, incredibly uncomfortable and so triggering. But the place I'm in now with it, it feels liberating because I finally know and love myself first. Beautiful, Raquel. That's a beautiful way to describe that. Hey, Zuri. Wagwan, Sistrin. Thank you, guys. Yes, Thora's just taking a nap. I just fed her before the live. So she always takes a nap after she eats because she's an old girl now. The weather's super warm, so I'm going to take her for a WALK after this. What are you saying now? Is it for all of us? Who's watching you? This is a collective reading. Hey, Wilfred. Hey, April. General readings. Yes, this is a collective general reading. Okay. Okay, and then lastly, we've got some of you guys are getting the keys to a new place. Some of you guys, your partner is going to give you keys to their place. Like you might not be moving in, but they're giving you the keys so that you can go there whenever you want. For some of you, your parents are giving you the keys to a family piece of land or to their home. Some of you guys are caregiving a parent. So you're getting keys to somebody's house that you're going to care for and take care of, because we've got the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the keys. And you add the Five of Cups to the Queen of Cups, that also equals the Six of Cups. So there's that nostalgia energy again of this I miss you energy. Somebody is very nostalgic with the collective right now. You could be feeling that way, collective. You could be struggling with the feelings of missing somebody because they hurt you. but balance out the energies. If you miss somebody, that's because you had there was genuine love and connection there, right? So allow yourself to miss the beauty and the love that was there, even if there was some like toxic, negative, hurtful energy that was exchanged there, right? Because some of you, because of what you went through and experienced, you're not allowing yourself to reflect on the love that you had with this person, the good times that you shared with them. But you're thinking about them a lot, because some of you guys don't even know that you missed somebody, because your heartbreak is getting you to feel haunted by somebody, but really you just missed them because there was a lot of, outside of this negative shit, there was also a lot of beauty and a lot of love and a lot of good times that were shared with you and somebody. Somebody could be thinking about you heavily at this time, feeling sad that they can't connect with you, call you, contact you. For some of you, somebody is going through something really dark in nature. It could be the passing of someone. For some of you, you have an old friend or an old partner who lost somebody. It could have been a family member. It could have been another friend, and they just wish they could call you and tell you. But because you guys are estranged, they don't feel like they have the right to do that. So some of you might actually hear about this through somebody else. Remember, we had the rats. So this is somebody talking about you to somebody else. And that could be because they're going through a heartbreaking situation, don't have your contact information, or they do, but they just know you blocked them or you haven't talked in a long while, but they've been thinking about you. In their darkness, they've been thinking about you. Somebody wants you to know what they just experienced. And I don't know if you'll hear it directly from them. You might hear it through somebody else. Okay? And then we've got the Seven of Swords and the Two of Cups. Oh, fuck. I feel like this could be the loyal stranger. For some of you guys, this is somebody that you're projecting and looking at as the Seven of Swords, but they not. They genuinely just have love and loyalty to you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and underneath we've got the Ten of Cups, the loyal dog. And then the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody really wants to talk to you. Somebody really misses you. Somebody genuinely loves you and appreciates the time that you shared with them. But you're looking at them in a really fucked up way, or you're afraid that somebody isn't going to be open to you missing them because you know, or you think that they look at you in a fucked up way. So you might think that somebody wouldn't be happy to hear from you, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, it very well could be. I'm not really sure. It could be this leap of this energy where you have to let go and let God. If you feel divinely guided to connect with somebody from the past, then you just need to do that and just leave it to God and let the chips fall where they may. Okay? But it could also be the other way around. Somebody is only offering you this kind of loyalty and telling you what you want to hear because they have ulterior motives. Okay? You have to use your discernment, collective. So the times that we're in. Yes, this has been happening to me. Hey, guys. All right, so I'm just going to pull an oracle and we're going to wrap up. Hey, guys. Oh, my God. Why are people asking me to shout me out? Am I gay? No, I'm not gay, but to each his own. What you guys want to do at your privy ting is your business. Okay? But I'm not gay, no. I know I give you masculine vibes, but I'm not. Oh, my God. I like how YouTube doesn't make us block people anymore. We just get to hide them from the channel. So they get to contribute to all the analytics and the views, but they just can't be seen by anybody, which is what they want. They just want to be seen. Another block. Yeah. I've been blocking away. I've been blocked. The trolls are active today. They're super active. Everybody, this is an active time right now. Whether you're actively pursuing your dreams and aspirations or actively trolling, everybody's active right now. You won't be blocked anymore. Fast moving, big changes. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Wilfred, for putting that out there for the collective. People are talking about Catholic. Like, I don't. Oh, don't forget to talk about the Eagles. Thank you, Poppy. I'm going to read that. Okay, but let's just pull one of these oracle cards, and then I'm going to break down what I learned about egos, which is going to really help you understand what you've been dealing with, not just internally, but externally with other people. Thank you, Sammy. It's Shadow New Moon, right? I like KFC. Jesus loves you so much. Thanks, Big Poopa. We love you, Queen. I love you too. Thank you, Maria. Hey. Ki Eshajane. I'm sorry, I fucked up your name. I'm bad with names. I don't know why. You are so pretty. I wish it was you. No, you don't. Don't ever do that to yourself. Don't ever do that to yourself. I don't like that. You don't wish you were me. You don't know what it's like for me. What is pretty? Pretty is an illusion. That's why so many people get tricked. That's why so many people are focused on makeup and all this shit and wearing the nice clothes and the jewelry and the nice car and all this shit, because it gives the illusion of being pretty. That's an internal vibration. And pretty is in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Don't do that to yourself. Don't ever dog yourself out like that ever again. You need to love being you. And watch all the magic that happens in your life. You don't know what it's like for me. Fuck. I got a good show going on here. You don't know what it's like for me. I'm pretty, but I can get ugly real quick. And you guys will be like, ew, Destiny, ew. Okay. All right, we got the guide. Inheritance and correction. I'm going to read this, and then we're going to go into the different forms of ego, because I just think that will really help you guys. It helped me. I read it like 4 times. Okay, the guide. Beneath the thundering echoes of a waterfall, a bell rings clear and compelling, commanding the attention of all close enough to hear, almost without thinking. You feel your feet turn you towards the waters and the figure beneath. The guide has inherited their position, and the path they walk has been predetermined. It is in their role to correct the mistakes made by their predecessor and set things right. You're in a situation that isn't ideal, but it's up to you to make the most of it. Your whole bloodline collective, the state of your bloodline karmically. You understand? Shout out to you guys, breaking ancestral curses, making a decision to do it differently this time, which means you had to go through everything your ancestors couldn't or refused to go through. Congratulations. Anyways, you're in a situation that isn't ideal, and it's up to you to make the most of it. Holding a grudge against what led you here won't achieve anything. It's time to accept the cards you've been dealt. Once you're on the other side of this, you'll be better placed to reflect on what you've learned from the experience. But for now, it's time to put in some hard work and push through. Reversed. After a long struggle to put things right, not helped by others, you have found confidence in your ability to overcome whatever's next. Take a moment to congratulate yourself on your perseverance and make room in your life for the next challenge, as well as all the blessings and wish fulfillment that comes in because of what you were able to overcome. Remember, your wishes and dreams don't come into you. You make your way to them. So for many of you, there was wish fulfillment on the other side of a massive hurdle, a mountain, an obstacle, a challenge. And you pushed through and you went over the challenge and the obstacle, and you're now coming into union with wish fulfillment that hadn't been collected because nobody had taken that obstacle. And when you do it for you, you do it for your whole bloodline. So trust and believe the ancestors, your predecessors before you, guided you and encouraged you. You can do it. You can do it. And you actually do. You overcome massive obstacles, meaning there's a lot of this healing stuff that you're not going to have to worry about anymore, because you aren't going to perpetuate the wounding of your past and your karmic cycle. You really made it through. You found another path. You function at a different vibration that doesn't perpetuate the pain and wounding anymore. That's amazing. Okay, so then I'm just going to quickly do the reading on the egos. Okay, oh, this is going to trigger these motherfuckers. All right, how inflammation affects your emotions. Okay, the spiritual meaning of inflammation is about the ego, whether it's righteous, victimized, entitled, or needy. Typically, the word inflammation is associated with the different ways the body responds to their environment. This can include reactions to certain types of food in which allergens are capable of producing an inflammatory or toxic response in the body. Ego is what happens when the personality gets inflamed. For example, when you see somebody who is angry, they're in a state of emotional inflammation. To say that they're an ego may be true, may be a true statement, but through the eyes of the universe, you are able to see how they are having an allergic reaction to their conditioned state of being. This means ego is much like an allergy towards the unconsciousness that each of us come here to resolve. When the ego is active, the innocence within you or within someone else exists in an exaggerated manner. When you start to see ego as the inflammation of the personality, you notice how often you become puffed up. Whether puffed up in righteousness, defensive posture, or in response to the evidence of injustice, an inflamed personality creates an exaggerated perception of life. When living with an allergic reaction to the vibration of the planet, an exaggerated level of consciousness causes you to oscillate between spiritual heights and emotional lows, which really and truly a lot of people call that just being bipolar, you know. But anyways, this can create much suffering until you cultivate love as a potent form of energy medicine to return your personality to its original form. Okay, so there are the basic types of inflammation. Righteous inflammation. It is characterized by an ego structure that feeds on needing to always be right by making others wrong. Even in the presence of one who is saying something totally correct, the ego that is righteously inflamed must make up another point and attempt to be even more right than the other. This type of ego lives to have the upper hand and final word. Even if both parties agree on the topic at hand, the theme of righteous information is I'm always right. Number 2, victimized inflammation. This is the kind of inflammation in which an ego believes it's always a victim of circumstance. From this perception, even when life seems to be going good or going right, something always happens to turn upside down. A victimized ego holds very tightly to its judgments, beliefs, and opinions as the reasons for their life. The reasons their life is regularly in chaos. Whether a belief in light versus dark or pitting good against bad, a victimized ego typically acts as an instigator of turmoil that is guaranteed to be hurt or heartbroken by the way others respond to it. Even if others do not respond at all, a victimized ego uses such feedback to feel invisible or inferior to the world around it. Entitled inflammation. Where are the trolls? Because I know, oh, they got quiet, eh? Oh, they didn't want to hear that part. The trolls didn't want to hear that part. They didn't want to hear about the inflamed egos. Ah, shit. Okay. Entitled inflammation. This occurs when a person believes it's their right to have whatever they want, exactly when they want it, even at the expense or to the detriment of others. We read all about this motherfucker today. We read all about this person. We read all about this person. Okay? Oh, wait. We also read about this person too. That's the epitome of entitlement. But anyways, we're going to carry on. In entitled inflammation, the ego tends to believe that everyone must fulfill their every whim and demand with little to no regard for the well-being of other people's experiences. As you can imagine, the theme of an entitled ego is what about me? Even when served by others, there is never an end to the requests and demands of an ego that believes it controls the characters in its life. Okay? Needy inflammation. Oh, I bet you want me to shut up, Sherry. Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet, but I'm not done. Needy inflammation. That's probably you. Sherry. Okay? In this type of ego, no matter how much attention is received from others, it never feels like enough to be properly filled. Despite how intensely somebody listens, there is always a lingering sense of being invisible, unrecognized, undervalued, or underheard. In needy inflammation, it's easy to feel misunderstood. No matter how much time, interest, and attention you receive from others, it only makes this type of ego hungry for more. Whether active in you or someone you know, needy inflammation can be quite draining for those held in the grip of it. While you may recognize yourself or others in these descriptions, it is common to embody combinations of those aspects or to flow in and out like the changing of weather patterns. Okay? Um, uh, in each of these aspects of inflammation, there is always a kernel of truth. By exploring ego in a more heart-centered way, you can have greater patience and compassion through your daily encounters. Instead of ridiculing or prosecuting the characters within your life, you will be able to see the light of divinity dancing in a play of exaggerated perception. While the ability to see at this level may be limited by an inflamed personality, any amount of time spent incubating in a cocoon of ego prepares you to awaken a greater truth for all. Wasn't that dope? Wasn't that so enlightening? I just love that breakdown of spiritual inflammation. And I found this because I'll research, like when somebody has an ailment, I'll research what it means. So if somebody has like a problem in their leg or a problem in their arm or a problem with their eye, I'll go research the spiritual meaning of that ailment. And it will usually tell you what's going on and what's wrong with somebody internally. So what do I do about this? You just look at yourself. You look within. You identify that there is inflammation, that you're having an allergic reaction. It's no different than if you start sneezing, you go wash your face, you go realize, you say, okay, I have to stop eating that, or I have to stop doing that, or I have to stop consuming that, or I can't be in that environment because I'm having an allergic reaction, right? So you are able to tend to yourself, have compassion, but you can't have compassion and tend to yourself if you don't acknowledge what's wrong with you and you're projecting all of your allergens and everything around everybody to everybody around you. Please share this in the community feed, Destiny. This was so interesting. Okay, I will. I definitely will. All right. So anyways, this is shadow work. That's a great way to kind of really just sum it up, is doing shadow work, right? Because it's something within. Even though the ego is going to tell you it's an external issue, in spiritual inflammation, it's an internal issue that is causing you to flare up and react in the various different ways that we talked about. Okay? So I will definitely share that in the community board. All right? I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until the next time I see you, beautiful people, you already know what to do. All right? Keep letting all beautiful parts of your integrated, powerful, amazing souls live. And I will share this in the community board. Also, you guys can go into the description box to check out the available dates for the retreat and to register there. If you need to call me and ask any questions before you register, you can absolutely do that. For the starter kits, all right? So you guys get the small jar of frankincense, the brass burner, a stick of coal, and instructions on how to smudge. All right? And then for Patreon, you guys know where to find me. But everything's in the description box. Okay, I love you guys. And until next time, love you guys. Bye, Angel Gang.